Happy Monday, everyone. Today, we're in my entryway with a big reveal. I know you can see it over here. So, I wasn't gonna do a video today. I was gonna wait until Friday because, I'm taking a little bit of a mini break here with just posting a few things every once in a while. I thought maybe I would show some more of the dining room, but of course I haven't got it done. I have been working on my entryway here on each side of my staircase. I can't believe I got it done so quickly. I decided to take my time with it. Normally I try to get everything done within a couple of days, but I decided that I would just hang the wallpaper on one side and the next day do the other side. And then I did the same way with doing the faux painting on the wallpaper too. I did one side one day, one side the other day, and of course then I actually did this side over here last on my fourth day because it wasn't as a big a job as this other side because it was a little more, because it goes up the steps too. So when I was doing this section over here on Sunday, I actually got all the trim painted too because it needed some touch up anyway, so I didn't tape off the area of the trim, but I did tape off, like at the ceiling in one part. And I got Bailey here. Come here, Bailey. Come here. I'm gonna see everybody. Come here. And I got Colby too. Oh my goodness. All right, here's Colby. Yeah, everybody's coming to see me. So, like I said, I got all the trim touched up. So let's go ahead and check out the process. I can't remember if I have everything from before on there. I did show me hanging the wallpaper because you know what? I am not an expert at hanging wallpaper, so I wouldn't be able to give you great tips. I just kind of throw it up there. I always get the pre-pasted because I think that's easier to do. I just kind of throw it up there and hope for the best when I do the wallpaper. But I do have the faux painting that I did on each step by step, so good to see that. So let's go check it out real quick. So here is the before. I just did a little video on this side. I'm going to be coming around this door just right here, but not the wall to the left, just where this lighter color is. This is going to get the wallpaper treatment, and all of this is going to get wallpapered, and that little piece up above there too, and then of course everything over on the other side of the staircase. So let's see how it looks with just the wallpaper on there. So here it is. My most difficult spot was this little ledge thing here, going up the stairs trying to put the wallpaper on there correctly. Now I'm going to be doing the faux treatment on here, and I'm going to be doing every brick, not every brick, just about every brick by hand. And this is how I'm going to do it. I am using sponges. I'm going to cut these sponges to about the shape of the bricks, and I'm also going to use this. This is just a bath sponge that I got at Walmart, and I just cut it up. I'm going to use a few colors here. This is the color, the Toffee Crunch, that I used in the dining room. This is going to be one of the bricks. And while I was at Home Depot, they had Oops paint. And these little sample ones are only 50 cents. I have no idea what the colors are, but this is another one I'm going to use. And this is another one too. And then I'm going to use my craft paint for a gray color because I did not see any Oops paint for samples, but this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to use for the grout line. This color is perfect color. It's almost the same color as what I'm using, the basic khaki. And I'm just going to put the paint on the paper plates and dip the sponges in. So let's get started. All right. Now, as you can see, I've already done the other side, so I'm just going to show you how I do this. I just dip the paint in there and I just push it on to where I want it. And I don't want a whole bunch of the gray ones. And I'm just randomly doing this. Just going to do a few here. Like I said, I don't want a bunch of the gray, this dark gray. For some reason, when I got done with it, it almost looks, it looks blue. But you know what? I thought it looks kind of cool, having that little bit of a blue color. So I just kind of have to look around here and see where I want to put my next one. I'm going to put one way down here. Now everything I'm doing here is going to be random. I am not doing a set pattern for any of the colors that I'm using. And basically I'm using just 4 colors plus my white, which will change it. You'll see here later on. Next I'm going to be using the darker color of the little Oops sample that I got, and I'm going to do a bunch of these. There's going to be a whole lot of these. I am mainly doing this color and then that Toffee Crunch from my dining room. And I'm going to actually put these next to each other. Do little clusters, as I call it. Just going to go along here. And I feel that using these sponges is so much faster than using a paintbrush. And I don't want them, as you can see, some of them are thicker, some are lighter, and that's what I kind of want to achieve with the look here. And it does go really, really fast to do this. The hardest part is just doing your pattern, because like I said, it's just a random pattern. So you just kind of have to step back and look and see where you want to put more of these. And I'm just going to do a few here, and then we're going to go on to another color here soon. I'd actually dropped the sponge there, so I kind of cut that out. They do fall out of my hand quite easily. And again, like I said, I was mainly wanting to do some brown colors. I had tried an even darker one on a sample piece and I didn't like it. I like this color here, and then of course the Toffee Crunch. So I'm going to come down and do a few more down here. And then I'm going to get the Toffee Crunch and put that on. Okay, here's the Toffee Crunch. You can see I did a few more in this area. And all I do is I dip it in the paint, and then as you can see I just kind of wipe it off a little bit on the edge of the plate. These work out really well. And I'm actually putting this color next to that other one, because I just feel I like this the browns to be on here. Again, I'm clustering a lot of the browns together. And this wasn't anything that I had planned to do. When I tried my little sample thing, I'd done it totally different, so I just kind of jumped in and just started doing this, and I was really pleased how well it turned out. So I'm going to move over here to this side and do a few more. And I know on here it's kind of hard to tell, but they are a little bit different in color. The first brown I used is more of a tan, and this one is more of the beigey color. So, it's actually kind of fun to use the sponges. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to stay on the actual brick pattern itself. I'm going into the grout line because I will be hand painting the grout line last. So let's do a few more here. Looking pretty good. Let's go back to this side over here and do a little bit more. And then I will be using that light gray color from that little oops sample. I will actually continue on and do a few more of these off camera. Okay, so now I'm using that light gray color. You know, it's kind of funny how those just happened to be there and they just turned out perfect. And this is another random one I'm just going to place here and there, kind of like I did with the dark gray. I know it looks white on here, but it's actually, when it dries, it's much darker. And just trying to figure out where I want to place them. You know, when you don't have a set pattern, you just kind of put it where you want to. Place a few more. And like I said, you got to kind of look and see where you need to put more. You can always make your own set pattern if you want to. Kind of like that peel and stick wallpaper that I did in my powder room. It had a set pattern for each row. I kind of got the idea from that. At first I was going to do a set pattern, but I changed my mind. We can replace one here. All right, then I will continue to place more, and then we'll be doing the next step. Okay, this is that same color that I was using, but I'm using one of those sponge pieces that I cut off from the bath sponge, and I want to tap this light gray over the dark gray before I put the white on, just to give it a little extra color in these spots. And then I'm going to be using the bright, actually I think it's called smoky white, because it's just my trim paint that I'm using. So I'm going to be taking another piece of that bath sponge, and I am dipping it in the white, and I am just going to be dabbing it everywhere. No set pattern, I know. When I first did this on the other side, after I got it done, I was like, oh no, did I mess up? But no, this is what you want to do, because you can see all these areas that I don't have the other colors. This will be your fifth color, because I'm going to be doing a whitewash after this, and this will change the color of those bricks that I didn't put the darker colors on. So I'm just going to keep going over here. Oh, it looks like we got Colby walking by. Oh, and my husband's coming down. There's Bailey. All right, so I'm going to continue dabbing, and I'm kind of making it heavy in some areas and lighter in others. Let's go over to this other side and continue on. And you really can't mess this up. You know, like I said, I'm just trying to make it darker in some areas, a little bit lighter. To me, this looks like, you know, when you've got painted brick and the colors coming off, and you've painted some brick white and everything's peeling off, and you have those extra pieces of white. Okay, so once I get all of this done, I know it kind of starts looking like a hot mess. And it's going to get even worse looking in the next step. All right, so I'm going to continue filling this in, and now we'll do the whitewash. Here we go. I just like to take damp paper towels. You can use a rag if you want, and I am just going to be dabbing it in the paint, and we're just going to throw it on here and circular motion, however you want to do it, just rub it in. Just going to be whitewashing all of this. I do it heavier in some spots, lighter in some areas. Again, this will give you that fifth color from what you didn't use from your base color on here. And you know, you can make some of those sections be a little bit more lighter colored, and you know, by putting your white on heavier or doing it lighter. And like I said, this looks like a hot mess before you paint the grout lines. Once you paint the grout lines, it makes all the difference. All right, so I'm going to go over to this other side here. And as you notice, I didn't tape off the carpet area next to the wall. I just did it really carefully when I go into that. I try not to get up too close to the carpet. And then I'll just kind of lightly do it there, like that. You know, the good thing about my carpet has these little specks of white in it, so if I accidentally touch it with the white, you can't even tell. Okay, I'm going to continue all of this, and then I'm going to use that other color. It's pretty close to the base color. I think it might be just a little bit lighter. And I'll just be using one of my craft brushes for that. Okay, I'll continue this on, and then I'm going to go get that paint. As you can see, here it's done. Like I said, it looks like a hot mess. So here's that other color. And I'm just going to use this craft paintbrush that I have, and I am going to go in and hand paint in the grout lines, and I am not being careful. You can make some really straight, you can kind of zigzag them a little bit, however, you know, kind of like that, make them wavy. This, to me, takes the longest time to do this part. And as you can see, you know, I got a lot of that paint in the grout lines, but once you do this, it brings out the bricks. And you might notice up here at the top that that does kind of look a little bit blue. But like I said, I kind of liked it, having that little bit of blue. What I like about the textured wallpaper is that the bricks are raised, so you can actually see where your grout lines are easier. And I think I mainly worked on this for just like 4 hours a day on each day. Because there is a little bit of drying time in between your colors. So, okay, so I'm going to continue to get all of this done, and then I'm going to show you how it all looks. So here it is all finished. And there's Bailey up there checking it out. I really love how this looks, and I think it looks great with the carpet. Now I am going to be replacing this rug. I'm actually going to be taking the one out of my kitchen and putting it in here because it looks better. And I'm going to get another one just like it, but brand new for my kitchen. And I'm probably going to be either replacing that green table, I don't think it really looks good, or I might paint it. I don't know yet. Now I really think this looks like real brick, and I love how it's a textured wallpaper. So it does give the feel of real brick also. Now I feel like I want to do this in more places in my house, like maybe change the way my breakfast nook looks. Well, that's going to do it for the video today. And as you can see, we got Bailey joining us too. Colby's, they're being such good boys for me today. I am actually getting ready to head into the laundry room and get started on painting those cabinets. That is my next project. Plus I have 2 walls in there to paint because when we first moved in, I knew I had to paint a different color in the laundry room, and I wanted to get at least 2 walls done, you know, the one where you have your washer and dryer, because my wash machine is so heavy. Because I did that at the last house, I decided to paint afterwards, and it is hard to move that thing and get it back. So I decided just to get a couple walls painted. So I got 2 walls to paint in there. I got all the cabinets. I'm gonna be doing the countertop too. Gonna be painting that to look like granite. This is a first for me. I don't know how many days it's gonna take. I got my doors in here. I like to do everything in my formal living room across here from the staircase because I got so much more room. I just put tarps down and just get to painting on it. So that's what I'm gonna start today. Like I said, I don't know how many days that's gonna take. So I'm not gonna be doing a video showing me painting the cabinets because I've done that before at my previous house and here for the kitchen, and they're just going white. I might antique them just a touch, you know, like I did for my furniture in the dining room, but I'm not gonna distress them at all. But I just might just lightly antique them instead of keeping them stark white like the kitchen. But I will be doing a video step by step on the countertop because it's the first for me too. I've never done it. I watched a little video and it looks easy, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, can't make it look any worse than it already looks now. It is not the prettiest Formica countertop in there. So that is what I'm going to be starting today. I'm hoping this is only going to take me maybe 3 to 4 days in there. I don't know. I normally have to put about 3 to 4 coats on these hickory cabinets to do the white, so we'll see what happens. And I should be able, hopefully, to get into the dining room. I want to get my hutch finished, so I should be having a video on Friday for you on the hutch. And then of course I still have to do a tablescape in there on the table because that will be the last thing. And I've got to get those curtains ironed. So I'm going to be pretty busy this week trying to get that laundry room done and the dining room done so I can start concentrating on getting the rest of the house decorated because it is not even decorated. The only thing I've done is a few things in there. So like I said, that is my agenda for this week, trying to get that done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close the video out. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please give me a big thumbs up if you did because it does help my channel out. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye for now.